Hey guys, I am Danny.
Evelyn.
At the Nintendo K channel. I'd like to welcome you today to Masahiro Sakurai's presentation with the 3 question marks. Now, it's going to be a mystery of what is going to be the next DLC fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You guys know me, I love to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as much as I can, although as a content creator, it kind of makes me limited in playing the game.
Bit rusty.
We'll
get back to it.
But that's okay.
He'll promise.
We're very excited. This is kind of like a treat, and every time that it reveals a new fighter, it's a mystery. We don't know much what's going to be shown.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Then, we get to know our reaction. Like yes.
It is a bit early though in the morning.
It kind of get you into play Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure because I know when they announced that they will be around it, then he couldn't really sleep. He's like, and he was playing Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. But it's good to be up and early in the morning. It's about to start any second now. I'm gonna switch over,
it's okay,
and
Danny.
as it starts, I'm gonna get into it. Sleep is for the week. It's all good. And as you're watching, let me down below in the comments what your thoughts are, what you expecting to see, or what do you want and desire to be the next DLC fighter. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'm sure Evelyn, hopefully she gets some surprises for her, even though she doesn't play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's okay though.
I know. I always try to call out a lot of the fighters, especially when we're playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, like all the G leader, right? All that, Nessa and all that, right? Oh, starting.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Sora Limited.
Alright, here we go, guys.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide. The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
Utmost secrecy, so no one knows what's going on here.
Making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Really?
So it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
Okay, so this is not where he makes an announcement. Okay, it's coming out tonight.
Surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
Really? We might surprise them.
Let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Okay.
We've prepared a fighter reveal.
I'll try not to.
Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now,
we're gonna start with a fighter now.
Alright, here we go. What is it?
What do you want, Danny? What do you predict? Come on, Danny. Quick.
Zelda characters. Champions. Like I always say.
A girl fighter? You want a girl fighter?
Or both? Whoa, this is definitely not Zelda. No, what? Fire Emblem? What? This is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Another Fire Emblem character? Really?
Did you expect that?
I totally did not expect that. This is Fire Emblem Three Houses, so that's the male protagonist.
I know what you want, Manuela.
I honestly did not think that a Fire Emblem would be represented for the next fighter. Yeah, this is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh my goodness. This is totally unexpected for me. Wow.
That's what even
I'm sure you guys are surprised as well.
Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet,
so which character would be?
There is no other choice.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Is that her? Or
you must join Smash.
Her? No,
oh, really?
That's it. It's Byleth. It's Byleth. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I thought it would be her. Like,
unbelievable.
It's a sword.
Byleth joins the battle.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
For me personally, I welcome sword characters. I'm a sword guy. Yeah.
Remember what Master Sakurai said: no hard feeling, right?
Yes.
But you know what? I think this game does, and you actually mentioned about that back then, like when the game came out, you think it's a good Fire Emblem game that has a lot of great review, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean,
but
Fire Emblem has grown a lot more popularity ever since Three Houses came about.
You wield the sword as well. What will you do?
Is that a girlfriend? Yes, the female version of Byleth. There we go. At least we got a female heroine here. I'm always a big fan of that. That's
So
cool.
be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Wow, I really didn't expect was a Fire Emblem.
I totally did not
character.
expect that. Yeah, that's I think it's across no one's mind that it'll be a Fire Emblem character because we have quite a bit of characters for Fire Emblem already.
What a great surprise from the beginning.
So yeah, there we go. That's the female Byleth here.
You think it's like Lucina since you.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what Sakurai show. Ooh, he has a staff. She has a staff, a sword, obviously, sword
like her
character,
outfit.
With superior reach.
like a spear to be more like a staff, a spear. Yeah.
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Okay. Down smash. Okay.
That looks
Unleash the
painful.
blinding spirit
Arrows,
of Failnaught.
projectile. Ooh, that goes across the
has-
screen.
yeah.
Sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Wait, 4 was a.
What multi-weapon? Okay,
Oh
cool.
man, the music is so good.
Yeah, music. Fire Emblem Three Houses is
Love
sweet.
it.
One.
What's the final smash? Oh, that's a.
To you, both sides of time are revealed.
That's the final smash.
Through
Yeah.
I think that's his final smash.
That looks crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Both the male and female Byleth there for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
3 houses.
Total shock. Total shock.
He said even the internal employee will be a surprise too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. He
Wait.
put in the poster right after the announcement. That's insane.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
Yeah, that's a cool poster. Would you like to have it?
Fire Emblem Three Houses was
I
released
mean,
just
I'll
last
dig
summer,
it.
so
I'll
it's
dig
still
that.
very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I got to admit,
This release is
Sakurai
planned for
must have
January
loved
28th.
Fire Emblem
You'll have
characters.
Jackson
Oh,
28.
You have the
Nice.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack.
Alright, we got a
And it will
date.
also be
Nice.
available for
28th.
purchase individually.
So you guys know that we will be live streaming and we're
In
gonna
case
all
you're not
get
familiar
head
with Fire Emblem
and
or
try
Three
the
Houses,
character.
I'll explain a few things, so don't
So
worry.
within this month, guys. Not tonight, but this month.
First off, what is
Yes.
Fire Emblem?
What is Fire Emblem?
Oh, that's cool.
It's
I like
really
it
hard
that
to
they give
pronounce
you.
in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Really?
Huh? Really?
The
Huh.
series' first entry launched in Japan on the
Famicom, yep.
in
Oh,
1990.
nice. It's been
You
such a
could
long
say it was
time.
It's a long time. It's been a while. It's been around. It's just that the West got it
You might be
way
wondering what
way
makes it
later.
particularly
The later
tactical.
entries though.
30 years.
Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and
Tactical strategy. I can't say it right.
Sorry.
Tactical strategy RPG.
when we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die.
Oh yes.
That's pretty
In
direct.
Three Houses, you
So
had a
perhaps we
choice.
should just say
You either
they're
go with a
sleeping
mode where
fishes.
your character permanently dies or not. You know.
But
If you play
really,
casually,
if a
I
character
go-
fell in battle,
go the
you'd lose
ladder.
that unit. They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again.
Aww.
Choose wisely, guys.
Recent
you have
entries
to
in the
be
series
careful
maintain
that.
this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary.
Wow.
The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counter
6
attack.
fighters from
It's
Fire
their
Emblem
downside.
series have counter move. Yep. Like
There's
my
actually a reason.
Lucina.
Lucina.
When
There's
I was
a Marth,
considering how to incorporate
and there's
Fire
various
Emblem
others.
into Super Smash
But those are the
Bros.
ones that
Melee,
I
thought it
know
might
how
be
to use.
interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn.
Speaking of which, does Byleth have one?
Counter. Next comes your turn.
Oh,
That's why
I
he
see.
incorporated
That's why a lot of
because
the
of
fighters have the counter move.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Look how many Pro Controllers he has on the
17
table.
games in
People
the
who aren't
series?
Japanese
It's a lot of
might be
titles, yeah.
thinking, 17
4
games?
Pro Controllers on the
There are
table.
that
and
many?
Don't tell me he's gonna be using 4 Pro Controllers.
Well,
Alright,
if you
wow,
Last time he
use
was
Fire
doing
Emblem
2.
Heroes in the
Doing
remix,
craziness
don't
on the
include
on the controls at the
Tokyo
same time.
Mirage Sessions Sharp FE and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝、紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア777
He's naming all of the releases. Yeah.
国家の剣、聖魔の功績、荘園
You see how many generations is it? That's the GameCube, the Wii,
新眼黒竜、新
DS.
覚醒イフヒーローズ、
Wow.
風化設立
There you go, 17.
That's where the 3 fingers come
Oh,
from?
that's
Is that where it
why.
come
You
from?
saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
つまり
Binary.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5,
What?
6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17.
Wow. Okay. this is I've never seen before, but it's interesting.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
Really?
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
That's pretty impressive.
We learned something today, you
That's
see?
pretty
If you've given up
impressive.
counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
Try when you're bored sometimes.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
I can't
In
believe it.
Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu. But in
Oh.
English, they share the same name, Byleth.
Oh.
Byleth becomes
I
a
didn't know that.
professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school
So,
days and, well,
It's
you end up
it's
fighting
nice
other
that
houses.
Sakurai gives an introduction of
After a
the game,
certain
the franchise,
incident,
Right.
5 years
what
pass,
the nature
you
of the
meet up with
game,
your grown-up
and
students
then of
to
course
battle against the other
back
houses in
into
their
focus
region.
of what this
It's a very
character or
sad
fighter
game in which
is
your
from,
former
which is
allies
3
become
houses.
enemies.
Yes,
Turn
So-
I
around
actually
and try
like
to
it
kill
because
you.
not everyone that plays Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
To understand the
or
concept.
ever
Ever
played
played
back that
the
they
Fire
play
Emblem.
Fire Emblem
I
because
played
it's
an
totally
early
different
version of
game.
the
One
game
is
before
fighting
its
game, the
release.
other
Right.
one is an RPG game, right? So this is very nice
I've done the
that
same
they
thing
started
before
doing this,
with The Legend
give
of
an
Zelda
intro
Breath of the
of
Wild, for
each
example.
franchise. So it always have fun. This is like
Because
a
I couldn't wait
lecture,
until
right?
launch
It's
to
a
experience
A,
it.
professor.
We'd have never
a
made
little
it in
story, a little
And today we-
I
backdrop.
borrowed an early
Today we
version
learn
of the
about the
game
fingers
for
too,
2
how to
days,
count.
ran
Something
around
new.
all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Huh.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
Oh.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
何しろ攻略サイトなんかももちろんありませんしね
No harsh feeling, Danny.
The game
no
has
Zelda Breath of
multiple
the Wild.
routes, and the outcome of each is
I was
very
ready for it too.
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters
Experience
you meet
differs
will
for
adopt
each
different roles in
player.
the story.
It's true.
I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Oh
Ooh.
wow, that's just a hard thing to do though.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance.
Yes.
But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release.
What?
It's actually November.
They
Wow.
kept this a secret, Danny. Like no.
Yeah.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Let's do it.
All right, here we
I
go.
want to see how she's. So this is the last DLC for the
So,
pack.
this
first
is
For
pack.
the first fighter pass.
Right.
So they're both side by
Sadly,
side right
they're
there.
lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
Okay, so they're you
hero's
can't just
relic they
be
use
close up
changes
close
depending on
and
the
start
direction you
battling
input
out. Their
the
weakness
stick.
is
Each of the
close
hero's
combat.
relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
They have range. You
They
see, they
look
have a
like
projectile.
bones, and there's a
The
reason
sword,
for that.
obviously, typically a sword fighter would
First,
have
let's
a
talk
range.
about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs.
Using Marth
the
as
sword of
the-
the creator.
The
The
demonstration
sword
here.
of the creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and
It's
tilt
a
attacks,
whip!
such as down
It's like a
tilt
whip.
attacks, where it
Nice.
takes the
Oh,
form
it's
of
a
whip.
strong.
It's like a sword to transform into a whip.
They
Huh.
also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack,
Oh,
they'll whip
Oh.
the sword upward to launch
Oh, it
enemies
has.
in the air.
It has.
like
It looks like it has a nice
sword
range.
and a wood.
And
For their
if you're
up
next to
air
it, you can
attack.
actually pull them, like kind of
Wave
pull
the
them
whip
up.
sword
That's
overhead.
very unique, nice.
The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I can
good.
tell.
That's
The
that's
up
good
special
for
move
like
is really something. The
anti-air.
sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
A bee.
Oh, that's
It was pretty
sweet.
terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack.
Yeah, I was kind of
And in
wondering now
addition-
off the ledge. How, can you spike like that? Oh wow, nice range.
Recovery, look at
That's a nice. It's sort of like Joker
That said,
when he
you'll
recover. It has a
up
good
until
grapple.
The damage reaches a certain percentage.
I can see that this character is not fast. It's not like an agile Lucino or
Right.
Mark, but
Exceed that
has
percentage
look like
and
more
you'll need to be
power
careful.
when
may
you
find
do
it
each
helpful
attack.
to mid-air dodge. I've already
Recovery
shown
seems to be
but
nice.
You can also use it to
Yes.
latch onto edges.
Yeah.
It's like a Joker, like
So
you said.
that's
like
the up
recovery.
special. Now for the sideways inputs. This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon.
Oh,
from
you see the
Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
the length.
First, we'll go through the forward and back.
Obviously,
air attacks.
it's a
As
bit
you
of
can see,
lag
they have a
after you
long
use that
reach.
move. So be careful
Like so.
when you use something like that. You'll be punished heavily if you
Right.
miss.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
So people could actually
Nice.
time you about that attack and
If
then
Byleth does
attack
the
you
same
back.
thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
I can tell you, Sakurai
Next,
know how to
the
do
side
short
smash
hops.
attack. This also has a long range.
That's awesome.
It'll connect even from here.
No, wow. Okay, that's a good length, good distance.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Huh.
Whoa.
And if you've knocked an opponent down,
So you
the
can
side
angle
attack
it
won't hit
to give it
unless you
that
add a
extra
downward
oomph.
tilt to aim for them.
He is
By
a,
the way,
s-
the
a
tip of the
lot
knife is
slower
more
character than
Oh,
than
the
The
tip.
part
Lucina.
is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat.
Yeah, that's what we
It
said.
won't
Oh,
do
yeah.
much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
You're rewarded by keeping
why,
a
as a
distance and
rule,
using the weapon. If you're
One
close,
hit with
then
the
it
blade
doesn't
part
Yeah.
aimed upward
get as much.
or downward in this case.
Oh, so they suggest you
Next, the side special.
it's downward.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll
That
still
is
hit.
pretty
Oh
far.
wow, he was up there but like farther.
Uh-huh.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge
No
forward,
way.
like this.
I can imagine if you're gonna fight against like a
But as you'd
Pikachu or
expect, it can be easily
some of the
shielded,
top
so
tier
be careful.
characters, and obviously they're gonna go in
Outrange you,
at
right?
you, yeah,
Yeah.
close
Carve
up
range.
large areas.
That's gonna be
Yes.
quite a challenge to defend yourself,
Returning to the
especially when
side
your
air
character
attacks
is
from
based
earlier,
on
they have great
distance.
horizontal reach,
Distance.
but they lack verticality. So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
Yeah, that's what.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe
Oh.
of Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
That would sound is that
Can
strong.
you spike that with that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can.
No way.
Nice. I was
Next
wondering.
is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the
It's a nice
As you
diameter
can see, it has
attack.
a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
Wow. That
It's
was
a bold
painful.
move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
which
once you
allows
charge
you
it
to
up,
withstand an attack.
you cannot get hurt.
Yes.
Just so
Which
you
is
know,
good
if
then.
you execute
That's
a
good.
Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Oh!
Oh, that's
it's a bit slower than the
nice.
Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage.
There you
unless
go.
get grabbed.
Gotta be
Oh,
careful.
unless you get wrapped.
Yeah.
That's right.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze
Huh.
past platforms like this to reach a lower area.
Oh,
Oh,
that's,
that changes it
that's
up.
cool.
Yeah, usually when you initiate like a charge move, you can't do anything. You can't do anything else.
During the move.
And you can turn
The
around
swing
too.
takes a while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
That's now we're talking, right? In case of a fast character.
That's for you rollers out there. You know how you roll around a lot? There you go. Keep rolling.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Oh.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Oh, because they have counter, that's why.
That much power.
Actually, if you time it right, you can counter every one of those charge moves.
And using
Like that.
easily anticipated attacks like
100.
this,
You saw the percentage? That was so low when it just got knocked out.
Next, we have the neutral moves.
Oh, here we go.
It's
Neutrals.
called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack.
Oh,
This attack is similar
no,
to
that's
a
sort of
move
like
featured in other fighters like him.
Simon
It
Belmont
lets you spin
Richter
the weapon
Right.
and air neutral. Very interesting.
Is that a stage?
It's also
That's
easy to
cool.
create.
Does
That
it
is, yeah.
actually intro,
That's
like
the monastery. That's the
Wow.
From the
school.
neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
That's nice.
That's
So there's no
nice.
platforms
It
though.
seems
You
pretty
guys noticed that.
straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high
I
speed.
see. So
It's
Yes.
also very powerful.
you have to charge it.
So you better
That
charge
said,
it more
yeah.
You can
powerful.
still
Yeah.
cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can
Ah.
also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button,
Unlike Link, where you can get,
You
like
unleash.
release it lightly.
Yes.
This one you have to go
You
full
have to
power
control it.
every single time.
But
or-
if you do charge it, then it's powerful though.
you can
Yeah.
perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more,
Oh,
and
no.
then fire.
I could
But again,
imagining
you'll need
people
to take care
spamming
when
that.
using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way
Right?
to cancel
Yeah.
out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
yeah.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
You can get countered.
right.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
Ooh.
That's
It's
painful.
high reward, high
To use against
risk.
fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always
Kind of
just
mechanic
aim into
there.
the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden
So
blow
you
to
cannot
opponents.
spam that arrow.
true.
So
at
Now
all.
I'll
you
take
need
it
to
back.
be careful when
Can't
using
spam
this
that arrow.
projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that when she appears there.
Kind of quick and
This is a
swift.
nice
See, you
place,
team
too.
up
Yeah,
with
that's a
a
nice
mysterious
place.
Sophist and launch an attack together.
It's like a stage for you, Evelyn. You can't fall over.
Yeah,
there's no ledge.
I
I mean, unless you go Battlefield or Final
I'm
Destination
so
4.
bad at it.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Ah.
However, the third,
Ooh.
fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier.
Yes.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash?
When you create this stuff, you have to know the game inside and out.
Yeah,
in
sure,
a
sure.
sense to
Oh, now we're talking about
reflect
stage.
the
I'll
actual
introduce the
character
stage.
from the game.
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery.
So that's what with the
This
school,
is how Garreg
essentially.
Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and Cathedral.
Oh, those are
all
the
in one stage.
where they keep the elements of all the the
It's
level
the type
kind
of
of
stage that rotates
transition.
to different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Yeah.
The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
One of the
Not
leaders, Dimitri.
Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means
A little introduction of the different houses, the three.
Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
Oh.
It's pretty neat.
I wonder where people
Breaking
will buy their
elements
supplies
to
now.
open up the level.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and you end up talking to him a lot.
Yes.
Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform.
Oh, there we go.
Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Woo! What a transition!
crashing back down.
Wow.
We broke
It just
through the ceiling
it just
and slammed
morphs
into the
to
building.
another stage from lifting and come back down.
hello.
And the guests in the reception hall are
Ah,
Edelgard,
Black Eagle,
Dorothea, and Petra.
Edelgard. That's
Take note,
mo-
it's
the-
not spelled
I
Edelgard.
personally, I think it's the most popular
They're from the
of houses,
Adressian
at least from
Empire.
what I've asked people who they chose
And as
first.
such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Oh. That's like the
However,
little Mac
Byleth can't actually-
stage
Yeah.
to like
Even though it's
Yeah,
sprout the
things
light.
coming out ahead.
You can reach it with other fighters though.
Smaller though. but-
Oh.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go.
There we go.
And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
There you go.
Next
So
up,
another
stage.
morph.
Yes.
The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Ah,
That's
the
the
bridge.
yes. That's pretty nice, the background.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage.
Yeah, right? From Zelda.
Yeah, I was
Bridge
gonna
of
say
Elden.
that.
Claude,
Oh, please.
Does it
Hilda,
break
and
in the
Yeah, I
middle?
was gonna ask if they're
They
gonna break
belong
in the
to the
middle.
Leicester Alliance.
Let's see.
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process
They did
must be
represent
tough.
each house with various characters.
It
That's,
looks
that's
like the
nice.
Pegasus Knight is busy training.
My question is, how much
As
in
for the
total?
bridge's
That's
design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple.
Oh.
You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Woo!
You could also say it's a place where the Failnaught really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Wow.
That arrow has some
It's
power.
something.
Yeah.
The last
You see
area
how
is the
each
Cathedral, only with some
section of
platforms you
the
can
map,
pass through.
it has different
Guests
characters.
appearing in the
Like you see
cathedral
right there in the cathedral.
Flame
Yeah,
and Rhea.
that's nice. You
Yeah.
can different characters from
Very
different
nice.
areas. That's what I was
Sister
talking about. That's
Flame.
nice.
She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms.
2 platforms.
Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, Byleth in
Alright,
action.
Danny, this is what you want to see?
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us
Wow.
precisely 5 players per side.
Joker.
Alright, here we go, Joker.
Come on,
Joker!
Huh?
And Hero!
Oh, he just want to play against
Gee, we really made
Just
a
want
lot.
to get to
Banjo!
oh my goodness.
By now, I think you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, come
But
on.
basically,
It's
I'm
called
trying to
SD.
defeat all 5 opponents with
Okay,
just
now
a
he's-
Alright, now we got to
But as
Byleth.
expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
You got this.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad.
Oh, the
Shenanigans.
Pokemon.
I better keep my distance.
Yeah, sure.
Woo.
I'll use this chance to attack.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment
That's
here.
such a you could take out someone with such a low percentage on that
I
one.
saw it
Explosives.
hit it 3 times,
Yeah.
and then
Especially if you're on the edge of a platform
Shield
and
is
you're
it.
close to the blast zone,
Good one.
you're in danger.
yes. Do you see?
If I do this, like this, or like so.
Uh.
No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected. Good, there's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom.
Ah,
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
You're gonna go for the smash ball.
smash ball.
Yee.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball.
Oh,
See?
you got
They
it.
got it.
Oh no.
But I mustn't give up. I can't waste this chance.
Nice.
Wow.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it.
He got it.
Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack.
Uh-oh.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's not. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit
Nope.
him.
Alright, there you go. You got
I
it.
was trying to fight
He's
using
the
Byleth
developer
because
after
it was
all, right?
alone,
He knows
but
what he's doing.
What matters is that I won. Good game.
GG.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Oh, the music.
Yes, yes.
How much
Now, about the additional music.
soundtrack is included?
Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Wow,
11 songs are being added. This
Fodlin
includes an
wins.
arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and
Oh,
English.
that's awesome.
Nice.
I
Both
like
that.
versions are in the game.
We're also
I remember
adding
hearing
in new
that a
spirits.
lot when the
So
game just was
good.
announced and they
It
released
includes
the
the
main
house
theme.
leaders among some of
Yes.
the other popular characters.
Got some spirits, guys.
Sothis is Legend
So
class.
this is there.
She's a legend.
Also, there's a new classic mode route, a heroic legacy, which is designed
Oh.
to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Oh, that's nice.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Uh-oh.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Oh,
Please take a look.
Oh, Mii Fighter time. Let's see what character representation, if you will. What we got? Huh? Assassin's Altair?
Oh, wow.
What? I didn't
Sword
expect
fighter,
that.
Sword fighter.
Alright, cool. Not bad. I totally didn't expect. Oh. Rabbids? What?
There you go. I know a lot of you guys were asking for rabbits. Oh, you get the hat. You get the hat.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta say it looks cool. It looks funny.
Mega Man.
X.
Alright. Mega Man, Mega Man
Oh, it's a
representation.
gunner.
Yeah.
Mega Man. Oh.
Battle Net. Wow. I haven't seen. I haven't heard of Battle Network in a while. Like GameCube era.
This is pretty late.
Yeah. Pretty neat. Cuphead? Oh! What?
I call it.
What?
I call Cuphead for Smash for a long time.
No
and you
way.
guys know my
No way.
Daddy, we're buying this one for sure.
Wow! Evelyn did call out she wanted Cuphead for Smash when we were playing Cuphead. That is neat.
Man, I said if it's Cuphead, I'll play.
Of all the Mii Fighter costume, Cuphead is up there. Really up there. Wow.
So high.
That is hot.
Well, I kind of said that if it's Cuphead, then I'll play.
You heard that, guys. You heard that.
Guess I'll just play.
Nice. Alright, 28 as well.
Yeah, price is not bad.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the moveset for
This time, we're
Cuphead and all
releasing
that.
Cuphead costumes.
Yeah, give
For
emphasis
those
for
of you who
Cuphead.
purchase the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added.
Oh,
It's
yes!
called
Get the
Floral
music.
Fury, and
Nice.
it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Oh my goodness, the
I hope you enjoy these as
plant
well.
is like doing this.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, yeah.
After purchasing a costume,
flower?
I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
Ah,
And now, onto the amiibo.
that's cool. Oh yes.
There we go. So,
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks really
Dark
good.
Dark
Samus
Samus and
Richter.
Richter are planned for release on Friday, January
Yes,
17th.
tomorrow for.
oh
yes.
wow, oh I totally forgot about that.
Because I already pre-ordered for you. Then.
Okay,
Don't worry.
thank you. I forgot about
I
that.
can't wait to see him in person. Though, because
Yeah.
it looks nice there.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker,
There we go.
Hero,
That's all
Banjo and
5
Kazooie, Terry Bogard,
fighters
and
for the
Byleth.
first Fighter Pass.
Yeah.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added.
Insane, huh?
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Yeah, that's true.
I still remember
As
all
I
those
say
character
that, we'll
reveals in the
continue to
past. It
release
was
more
just
DLC
something.
fighters
It's
down the
insane.
line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Huh? Even more fights in development. Whoa!
more?
5
No,
more.
6.
6 more additional fighters will join
Looks like there will
the
be one more
battle.
fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be
Nice.
available for pre-purchase.
Nice.
on
It's
day
It's not-
one.
Look, and then
Please
all
keep an eye out.
challenge pack will be released by
And
December
now that it's
31st,
official, we intend to move
2021.
ahead with development.
This game is
Of course,
amazing.
Yeah.
like
Yes.
last time, the
Nice.
contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very
Aw.
sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Aww. Can you tell us a little bit?
I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new editions
could,
have already
pre-order
been
it.
decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
You know who you are, guys.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
No hard feeling.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But
Oh,
this
yes.
time, here's what we have.
What we got? Yo!
Daddy! That's
Yes.
The Mii Fighter
Oh,
costume for Mii
nice.
the
Ancient soldier
gear from The Legend of
costume.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Hey, that's the one that's so hard to get, right? Like,
Yeah, you can gather
all
all
of them.
most,
So it can only be
every
acquired
piece
as
of it.
part
Yeah.
Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Well, you get it for free, Danny.
Because you look like a guardian, you know.
You get it for free, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
oh.
Last.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
It's true.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Yes.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
Yep.
However,
That's
I'm not
that's
sure
kind
if
of
this
like
is
a
accurate.
big milestone achievement, to be
There were
honest,
5
to
versions
be
of
Street Fighter 2.
or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I
Pretty
don't know if that's
technical
been
here.
accounted for.
Oh, there's
Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1.
Yes, it's true.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something
sure
else
though.
entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me.
I
plan to
continue
keep
working hard,
hard,
guys.
So I hope you
Man.
can continue to support us.
We will definitely. Of
That's it.
course.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
pretty-
Oh wow.
Wow, pretty sweet.
Such a kind person to work so hard because
Yeah.
he knows the fan wanted a lot of stuff and also he loved it. He loved what he
Oh, look at that. That's pretty
that's
nice.
so
Thanks for watching. And the 3.
Remember, that's 17.
Yeah,
17. No,
17.
there's no 3.
There's no 3. People keep thinking it's 3.
3.
But and the 3 question marks though. But wow, my goodness, I'm very surprised. And he starts off with Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Big totally unexpected. I'm sure you guys were
Oh, you
unexpected
got
from that.
a sword fighter and it's a girl.
It's a girl. I'm actually very happy that it's a girl. I'm a big fan of sword fighters. Very interesting mechanics. I saw a lot of you kind of have to keep your distance,
Yes.
and there's a punishment or reward depending on how you use your bow. I mean, that's just a couple of pieces. The neutral is pretty sweet. And the distance of each weapon attacks is pretty nice, but when you're at close range to your fighter, that may cause a little trouble when you're characters that are very fast and very upfront, like a Pikachu or Mario or someone that can go and grab into you. So that's going to be quite
faster.
difficult to counter. So
I
that's
agree.
something at the
Yes.
balance.
And also the recovery is pretty good too as well.
Oh yeah.
But I guess that you just have to practice and then see there's always advantage and disadvantage to each fighter. So you never know. Maybe I don't know if he's gonna be replaced with Cena.
I don't know. We'll see. But definitely when the fighter comes out, join with us on live stream. We're gonna be playing with Byleth and of course with the Cuphead.
This time Danny doesn't say I'm gonna be playing with you.
Yeah.
Then he said we gonna play with you because I'm gonna be playing as Cuphead. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
you heard that, guys. So Evelyn's excited for that. She called for it when we were playing Cuphead.
Yeah.
Really great game, by the way. Highly recommend if you guys are interested into like old school kind of mixture of genres, if you will, platformers, shooters, and all clumped together, and cartoons. Like old school cartoons, really old school cartoons.
The music is great.
The music is great, yeah. So that's all we have for today for this reaction. If you guys enjoy Masaru Sakurai's presentation reaction from us, so do give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to Nintendo Cade for more videos like this in the future. And again, leave me down below in the comments where your thoughts are. And be civil, guys. He is working it, and there's more fighters to come in the future. And I'm sure that you guys have your wants and desires, but they may not be fulfilled at this time. But I do keep an open mind. We have over 70 fighters, and that's been since the beginning of the launch of the game. He can't satisfy everyone, and he has some criteria. It is a celebration of video game history, and Fire Emblem has been around for, if you guys
30
saw,
years.
30 years.
1990.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
impressive run. So for Fire Emblem fans out there, this would definitely be a treat. For you guys that are not familiar with Fire Emblem, maybe give the character a try. I personally not a huge Fire Emblem person. I did play on the GameCube Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and that's what got me into the franchise. So that's how got me into playing with Marth and Lucina from Super Smash Bros. Melee, and now in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate I play Lucina. You know, that's why I'm kind of get this vibe to play with this character, see what he's or she, depending on who you pick, is capable of. And hope you guys join with that. All right,
That's
so
right.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but we're also gonna have 6 more DLC
Yes,
fighters, so
6 more.
You never know, maybe one of your favorite one. And
Yeah.
remember, no harsh feelings.
No harsh
He's
feelings.
working really hard.
All right, guys. As always, I'm Danny
Evelyn.
at the Nintendo K channel. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you very soon. Bye, guys.